For this presentation, when I start, I'm gonna have Vatanti Puller standing right beside me. So when he's with me for the 10 seconds, this is how I'll start. Looking at both of us, what difference would you notice between us? Yes, the turban. Looking at the turban, you would instantly say that this man is a Sikh. But looking at me, it would be hard for you to recognize and identify which culture I may belong to. Therefore, I am guilty of what I will be talking about. Culture shapes the way we see the world. A global crisis faces humanity at the dawn of the 21st century, marked by increasing number of individuals leaving their cultural norms behind and accepting the Western point of views. Preserving your culture is a crucial key to solving this crisis. I have a first-hand experience with this. I have seen many immigrants that would come up to me and speak in English, even though they're not fluent in English, and it's really hard for me to understand. Those people know that I speak their mother tongue, so why not they come to me and speak in their language that I would understand better? Are they just trying to fit in? Or what are they trying to do? Why are they leaving their culture, norms, and language behind? In USA, it shows that 94.2% of people speak English. But are all of them English? In Canada, 85.6 people speak English, and I'm sure not all of them are English. Canada is a really multicultural nation. We all come from different cultures, and most of us here speak English as a second language. How many of you speak another language at home? And along with that, I'm sure everyone has a different religion that they preach. Also, many of you have a unique set of festivals that they celebrate, which the person sitting beside you may not. So in that sense, our culture is very unique to us, and we sometimes are identified by our culture. Preservation of your culture can be done by speaking your mother language, learning about your religion, and attending your national festivals. Culture genocide can be prevented by speaking your mother language. That's the first thing that you can do. Keeping in touch with your mother language has its unique benefits. First, people from your country respect you. For example, when you're in a temple and you greet them with your language and you start a conversation with them in your own language, they now have much more respect for you than they would if you were just speaking in English with them. Secondly, the chance of getting a job increases because you're fluent in more than one language. In a multicultural society, a business would want a bilingual person to join their team. And especially in Canada, it would be much easier to get a job if you were bilingual. And thirdly, no one will ever be able to eavesdrop in your conversations, especially in your private conversations when you're having in public. You could be talking in your own language and the person beside you wouldn't even understand what you're trying to say, unless you want them to. Secondly, learning about your religion also help you keep joined with your cultural roots. We all know and believe that religion helps us bring peace. It helps us bring inner peace. Going to a mosque, church, or a temple is a great way to keep your cultural spirit alive. Religion gives us a meaning and purpose and often a goal to aspire when life is complete. Learning about religion would give us the code of conduct and the code of behavior within our culture. Learning about it will also teach us what is expected and what is in our cultures. So if we were to learn about our culture and keep it strong, we would want to learn about our religion. Thirdly, attending your country's national festivals help us preserve our culture. When we attend a national festival, it will connect us to many new people and from which you can make lifelong friends. Attending these festivals show us what our traditions are. Also, it will teach other communities what we are all about and what our culture is about and what we believe in. For example, every year there is a Vaisakhi parade that happens in April. And in Vancouver, well, in Vancouver and Surrey, in Surrey, about 240,000 people came and took part in the Vaisakhi parade. Now, not only that, the Sikh religion and the people that were related to the culture joined and took part. There were people from many other cultures. They were learning what this culture is about. So festivals do teach us about our culture and teach others about our culture. So from there, a CBC did a news report at this festival, and people didn't know that one temple feeds about 100,000 people daily for free. No one would believe it up until now when CBC did a report. So now a lot more people through this festival know what this culture is about and what we do and related in the how we're related in the community. In summary, I have explained how you can keep your cultural roots attached to you. You can speak your mother language, learn about your religion, and attend your country's national festivals. Your culture is very unique in every which way. By adopting a Western culture to fit in is like murdering your inner soul. Your ancestors have fought battles to make an identity for themselves and their generations to come. We do not have the right to end their identity right here. How would they feel when they know that all their hardship went to a waste and their culture has died out because of our ignorant generation?